Hey guys, what is going on? It is Spherical here, and we are back with Demon Slayer episode number 20. Holy man, it has been actually a full week since I watched the last two episodes, because again, I watched them together. So it's been a while since I've gotten to watch this show, but, well, needless to say, I guess it hasn't been a full week since I've watched it, because I've been watching the end part of last episode over and over again since last week when I watched it the first time, so, yeah, no, last episode, again, I really, like, I know I summed up kind of everything that I needed to say about it last week, but I'm just so happy. Like, I'm happy for the show, and I'm really happy for Ufotable, because, like, they've always been my favorite studio, but the thing is, they haven't really done anything at all. Besides Fate, they're pretty much irrelevant. So if you haven't watched a Fate show, there's a good chance you've probably never watched a show by them before. I've done some, like, weird video game stuff and, like, God Eater and things like that, but, like, they're all completely irrelevant when it comes to, what's popular and what's not. So seeing this just, it makes me so happy. The last episode, again, just the thing with Demon Slayer, I kind of want to talk about this quickly, is so far it has been, and I think you'd be foolish to say, or to disagree with this, but so far it has been a pretty simple show in terms of the plot and everything. Now, keep in mind, we're only 19 episodes in, and only 19 episodes in of a slow-pacing show, mind you, so there's still time for things to build up and things to get crazy. But so far, it's been pretty simple, You fight a demon, you defeat the demon, Crow comes in and says, hey, we got a new job this way. Guess what's over there? Another demon. You got to fight the demon, kill the demon, and each time the demons get progressively stronger. That's literally what the entire show has been so far. But amidst that, it's been so incredible. Again, the studio's done a phenomenal job. The visuals, the music, and one thing I really like about the last episode is I kind of, the best way I could describe it is, it just felt like a piece of art. I really liked, it was a really unique reveal, by the way. Like Tanjiro getting his power up, with the, Hinokami Kagura and all that was super, super awesome, but there was more than just that. It was kind of the reveal of Tanjiro's father. We didn't know who he was until now. I mean, of course, we had saw that one scene of Muzan saying, look for the dude with the earrings, and of course, we know that we assumed that was his father, but it was a really cool reveal of, like, this is Tanjiro's father, and this technique is something that's been with his family for a long time. Fire is something that's been with his family for a long time, so it's cool to see, the Hinokami Kagura, and then Nezuko's blood demon art is, like, it's basically just fire. It's exploding blood. It's just, I don't know. It's a really, 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 really cool episode. I tell you what, was this the best animated fight of 2019? That's the real question. I think it comes down to 3 fights for me from this year. This one, Saber Alter versus Berserker from Heaven's Feel 2. Which is very similar to this fight, by the way. And Levi versus the Beast Titan. Now, I feel like I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I feel like Levi versus the Beast Titan is out of the running when it comes to the other two. Attack on Titan is more of like again, it's more story-driven and stuff, and I know a lot of people were super excited and, say that, Levi versus the Beast Titan, greatest thing to ever happen. I don't know about that, per se. I think everything surrounding that moment was just super crazy and everything, and again, it's still my favorite season of anime ever that exists. But I think for me personally, the best 2 fights are between Saber versus Berserker and Tanjiro beating the shit out of Rui. And again, they're both very similar. I love again, my favorite thing about Ufotable is just the purple colors, the purple effects in the fire from last episode and in the Heaven's Feel movie. Like, it just looks so cool. The visual effects look phenomenal from this studio and from this show in particular. And yeah, I love seeing the teamwork from Tanjiro and Nezuko. Again, looking like Tanjiro definitely would have died had Nezuko not helped him. I mean, not definitely, but he very likely would have died. Just all of it. And also, I'm adding on, this is going to be a long pre-episode discussion, I guess. The way that the music synced with the visuals, especially when Tanjiro popped through the fire and, like, sliced, or, like, it didn't even slice, but he hit Rui's neck. Like, it made that loud thud noise. It all synced with the music. Like, you can tell, this is one of those episodes where you can tell And even just this entire show, you can tell that everything was made with a purpose, right? This scene was placed here with this music at this specific time with these colors, and it all just it means something. Whereas other shows, you can kind of tell, like, you'll animate something, you'll just throw in a soundtrack, whatever, throw in some dialogue, just make it look like it's passable, whatever. This show, everything, it's like a giant puzzle. All the pieces that fit together are there for a reason. So that's just, again, that's I don't like we still have an episode to watch today, and I'm still just kind of breathtaking, blown away from not just last episode, but the last couple episodes. Again, Zenitsu using his Thunderclap and Flash Sixfold is like still super awesome. I'm just curious what's gonna happen in these last 6 or so episodes. I'm not sure. What I do expect from this episode is some last words from Rui, because as always, a demon, when they're fading away, they can still use their head, they can still talk and stuff. So I expect to see something from him. I want to see a little, what's going to happen to his sister, who went off to go murder the rest of the people in the forest without her head. Like, I hope she can be okay after this, or maybe not. Maybe she can't live. Depends, I guess. Depends who finds her first, honestly. Because, like, what if it's Gyu that comes across her? Would Gyu spare her? Right? I was kind of thinking about Tanjiro, but I didn't even think, like, what if somebody else comes across her first in the forest? But yeah, no, anyways, quick summary. How long has this been going for? 7 minutes, and we haven't even started. Okay, we need to start the episode right now. As always, the link is at the top of the description. It'll take you to Vimeo. You can watch the reaction highlight there, and then head back here afterwards for the post-episode discussion. With that out of the way, let's get into the episode. All right, so that was episode number 20 of Demon Slayer. Definitely another awesome episode. One thing I want to quickly touch on, it kind of relates to last episode in the, Hinokami Kagura dance again. I forgot I was going to talk about this in the pre-episode, but I wonder if Tanjiro's Hanafuda earrings have anything to do with the technique, the breathing technique. Like, I'm wondering if maybe because I also, again, clearly he was able to do it very, very easily, right? Like, he remembered it, and then he was just able to do it. What if the earrings have something to do with it? Maybe you need to wear them to be able to use this breathing technique. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting though. And maybe, I don't know. It's an idea. But this episode was, again, kind of just showed us the level that Ahashira is at. Again, looking at Gyu and Shinobu, they're clearly, I think, still leagues above Tanjiro. Considering Tanjiro literally needed to expend everything he had to kill Rui. Wait, he didn't even kill him. And then Gyu just comes in, he's like, yep, I'm just gonna slice your neck off, or head off, and that's that. We did see his water-breathing 11th form, which was super interesting. It was just his, like, what did he call it? What was his name? I don't know, but it's just this giant water-like field, and Rui couldn't slash him inside of it or something. I don't know how it worked, really, but it was super badass. What did he call it? I'm at it right now. Hold on, I just gotta skip ahead a little bit. So he did Dead Calm, that's what it's called. And then, yeah, it created this water space, and I don't know what happened, but I'm just looking at it again, and all the threads that went inside that area of the, where the water was, they just got sliced right away. So I'm not sure if it's like a Dead Calm like mindset, like he gets in this zone, he's able just to move super fast and react to those threads. I'm guessing that's probably along the lines of what it is, but I'm not sure. Again, 11th form though, that is important. Are there 10, like, just excluding this 11th form, pretend it doesn't exist for a second, are there supposed to be 10 forms for each breathing type? Because I think we heard Zenitsu when he was learning about, the thunder breathing and stuff. Were there supposed to be 10 forms that he could learn, but he could only learn the first one? I can't remember. Because I'm wondering if maybe each, like, breathing technique has 10 forms, and then there's like, this secret subset of forms that, maybe only certain people know about, or, maybe, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe one person of each like breathing technique would know like some extra hidden form, but I think that would be Urokodaki then, because he's the one who taught Giyu water breathing, I would assume. So I don't know. Maybe there's just some 11th form that Tanjiro didn't know about for some reason. Maybe it's super dangerous to use, and that's why Urokodaki never mentioned it or something. I don't know. We don't really know exactly. Like, we never even saw Tanjiro training with water breathing really at all, so we don't know what Urokodaki told him and what he didn't. So, yeah. I mean, again, seeing Giyu was awesome. Seeing him kill Rui was awesome. Man, I don't think it undermines what Tanjiro did last episode, knowing that Rui actually cut off his own head. Because clearly the reason why he did that was because he was about to have his head cut off. If he didn't cut his own head off, he would have died. So, that's just, it's super interesting. Like, it does beg the question of, would have Tanjiro been able to do it if Rui hadn't done that? Again, the assumption would be yes, because that's why Rui did in the first place. But what if Rui was overreacting and Tanjiro actually wouldn't have been able to cut his head off? I don't know. I wonder if we could go back and kind of see that when Rui's... I don't know. It really, like, if we go back to the start of the episode, it clearly showed, like, Tanjiro's blade cutting through Rui's head. I'm not sure if it really showed, like, his threads ripping it off or anything like that. I'm just kind of looking at it right now. No. It would, like, it all happened in like a split second, so there's no way you could have you would have been able to tell during watching it that's what actually happened. Even looking back, there's no way you could really tell that Rui was actually the one to cut his own head off. Shinobu, man, still the episode. Am I seeing a little bit of best girl for 2019 in this episode? Maybe. We might be. I'm just saying. But no, yeah, we saw Shinobu actually fight. So she is not able to cut, demons' heads off, but she just crafted a poison that she will use with her blade that's able to kill demons. And it's made using Wisteria, which we know is kind of the bane of all demons for whatever reason, but it is. But she's the only one who knows the secret, and her blacksmith or something, she said. So it's not like, this is a widespread thing that everybody can have, which I feel like it'd be useful, but at the same time, how hard is it to craft, and how, I'm sure it's not easy to get, a hold of. But yeah, we saw, Rui and his pretend family. That's really all this was, is just a pretend family. I mean, he wanted to remember his past life, and he thought by, growing a bond, he'd be able to do that. And we learned that, again, all these people that, he has as family members, that's not really what they look like. The white faces with the designs on their face and everything, that's not really what they look like. Rui just kind of constructed them all to look like part of his family. So in the case of the mother, it's like, I'm not 100% sure, but it definitely seems like she was actually just a young girl who was given the role of a mother, which would definitely explain her kind of terrified attitude whenever, when Tanjiro was about to kill her and stuff. And it also brings more light to her being free, like that quote where, she lifted her arms up and he's like, if he kills me here, I'll finally be free. I kind of took that in the sense of, okay, she'll be done being a demon. She won't have to kill people anymore. But no, she meant that in the sense of she was being, caged in here by Rui, and that's the only reason she was still alive. So that just brings a whole lot more, to that scene. Yeah. And the fact that, she was being, beat up by the father, like if she really was just a young girl, like that just makes it all that much worse. Like, damn. It's just a shitty situation overall. But again, Rui, now we're in the same situation I was in the last episode, where I feel like, did we see his head like fully fade away? Because we saw that really cool scene of him, standing on the deck of his house, seeing, Tanjiro and Nezuko, Tanjiro protecting her and everything, and him, seeing the bond of a real family. But did we see his head truly fade away? No, the episode ended up with his head just cut off looking at them. So yet again, we're in the same position where I feel like he might have some last words to say with his head just kind of sitting there before it fades away. Possibly, possibly not. We'll have to wait and see on that, though. But again, as I've been saying multiple times recently, just a phenomenal episode. This whole arc has been really, really good. Again, I'm curious to see, what we're gonna finish off with. I mean, we're really counting down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 episodes left. So I do want to mention one thing really quickly. And I might actually move this to the start of the episode if I feel like it, but I just want to mention something about the movie that's coming up next year. I have considered, and I say consider, I take that with a grain of salt, but I have considered possibly waiting out the Blu-ray release to react to it. I'm not saying it's likely going to happen, and maybe I'll set like a goal or some type of something. If you guys reach it, maybe I'll do that. Some along those lines, some goal to reach. I don't know what it would be, but like I do really want to react to the movie, but at the same time, I don't want to wait for it. So as of right now, again, if it does come to theaters, which it will, I'll be watching in theaters, but just be aware that I am thinking of possible ways, to where I'd be able to react to it outside of theaters. I'm not going to be that guy who records himself in the theater reacting to a movie because first of all, I already have social anxiety as it is, and I'm not about to go do that. But second of all, that's just straight up illegal, at least where I live. So, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, just so you guys know, I know a lot of people are like kind of upset that I won't be reacting to it. Just know that there is a chance, it's not a big chance, but there's a chance that, I am considering, possibly waiting it out and reacting to it. But again, that would take some coaxing. I'll think of a goal maybe in the future if I do have that plan, and, we'll see how that works. But anyways, I'm going to leave you guys off here. So as always, if you guys want early access and or the full-length version to these reactions, click that link down in the description. It'll take you to patreon.com/sphericalfilms, and you check that out there. But with all that out of the way, I do thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys all on Thursday with episode number 21. Until then, peace out.